When you're working with clients and you're having this conversation about the return that they can expect, what are you saying they should measure, and how should they measure that?
I think it really varies on what they sell, right? I think it really varies on their jobs, their sales cycle, how long it is, right? Is it a 3-month sales cycle? Is it a 24-month sale? I mean, you got some software people sell big stuff that their average sales cycle is like 24 months. It's crazy. So I think you have to understand those things, and then you have to tie back to what are the business objectives for being at that trade show, right? Or at an event. For example, one of our customers, the one that throws the brand activation at the Tampa Bay Bucks games, they are not looking for any attribution, any conversion. They're not looking for a person there, nothing like that, right? They understand that the community that they're throwing that activation in, they are a staple in that community. So in a sense, it truly is brand awareness in that sense. So things that you would measure there is like brand affinity type stuff. Mm-hmm. So you do like an exit survey when they're there, asking them something simple, but very specific. You can't say, how do you feel about this brand? Right. It doesn't help you. But what does help you is say something like, what percentage of your grocery shopping do you do at this store? And you measure that, because if year one of that activation, it's 50%, and then it grows to 70% in year 3, year 2, that you're building affinity within that, in that community. So that's a good example of like measurables depend on goals and depend on the situation. Mm-hmm. For trade shows and events, look, I think you should be trying to quantify, we spent $200,000 to be here. And did we sell anything directly from being there? I think you have to try to do that. But those lead sources are tough, right? Like you scan a badge, you have a conversation, it goes into your CRM and you label it trade show. But these big companies, I mean, this person could be in their newsletter. They could be getting follow-ups from Dave in Pittsburgh for the last 6 months. So how do you really say that you know what I mean? That deal closes. I would be encouraging people to look at things like the number of genuine qualified leads, whether they've in your marketing system or they're brand new, doesn't matter to me. It's like, what was a qualified, good conversation that you feel is going to either be, it's already in your pipeline and it's going to accelerate, or you're putting it in your pipeline and you have a good chance at winning it. Like those things I think matter.
Is it almost like the quality of the conversation, kind of saying, hey, I had 10 conversations that were really advanced today and that has X value?
Yeah, I think that when you're having them on the show floor, the biggest mistake that people make is they just scan. That's why you need a software. That's why you need to have somebody doing data entry and information and putting voice notes. Like if you talk to Debbie, right, and you have this incredible conversation, you need to put like, Debbie's never heard of us. Just spoke to her. They're an ideal client. She's looking for a new vendor. I would even put personalization notes in there, right? Like things like Debbie lives in Philly and she's a crazy Eagles fan. You know what I mean? Because now that data, it's all about follow-up. You very rarely are just closing a person on the show floor where you like meet them, close them. It doesn't work like that. So yeah. How does that integrate into your follow-up? But yeah, I mean, you have to have that information. So valuable.